Do you remember the time when I asked you, after you verified the status or the whereabouts of accused number 2 at his workplace, then Brigadier Kininda and Sergeant Mngomezulu left and you also decided to take the other way?
Le sa gopola ga ne ba le botsisha ka gore molatofatšwa o be a le kae gape ge ne le mola mošomong le fetša go bolela gore Brigadier Kininda le Sergeant Mabena ba ile ba sepela le lena la tšea tsela ye. Yes, I still remember.
Ngabe yakhumbula yini ngikubuza ke mayelana nenkathi niya emsebenzini niyobheka ke umsola khona la esebenza khona usuthi ke uBrigadier Kininda wahamba ke kanye naye uMngomezulu base wase nawe uthatha isinqumo ke sokuthi nawe awuhambe yebo ngiyakhumbula.
Yes, you further confirmed that you actually took a trip to Albertine. You actually drove to Albertine. You remember that?
Le a gopola gore lena le rile le la reila la ya Albertine.
Akopola was guerrilla relay, Axapola was my guerrilla to Jebel Radram Shumaming, Axapola logic change.
I do not recall on where did I say we went to, but I recall saying we proceeded and did other duties.
Angisakhumbula ukuthi ukuthi saya kuphike nendawo kodwa ake ngikhumbula ngikusho ukuthi senza eminye imisebenzi.
Yes, for the purpose of furthering your investigations.
Gore le tsweletse pele dinyakišišo tša lena. Correct.
Ngenhloso yokuqhubeka ke nophenyo.
Let's get into exhibit MM.
Barle go botlhatse ba MM2.
MM2, so.
MM ya bobedi.
Page 26.
Mo go page 26.
Do you have that?
Le fit le mowe. Which date are we referring to?
The 18th.
Maria the 18th.
18th. That's correct, page 26.
Yes, I am on page 26, my lord.
Let's look at the time specified there. It's 8:19, which is 19 past 8.
Bare re lebelle nako e leng metsotso e lesome senyane ka moraga iri ya seswai kana mo page 26. Did you say 8:19?
Yeah, 19 minutes past 8. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yes, I can see that.
Ngiyabona ke la ngikhomba khona ke ukuthi ngezo i18 page 26 wakhe uMM2 sikhathi ke imizuzu 19 emva ko8.
Can you please state the location?
Le ka tlhalosetsa gore e be e le mo kae?
Near Benfield June Street, Pretoria North, SAPS.
That is near Belfeld Street, Pretoria North, Pretoria SAPS.
Pade lapha indawo ke ukuthi eduze neBenfield Istrada Pretoria North, Pretoria.
So is it correct that you start up the motor vehicle at that time?
Ke nnete gore ka nako e welile la dumisha koloi. That is correct.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi la enhlala khona ke ukudumisa imoto.
24 minutes past 8, you started driving the motor vehicle, is that correct?
Metsotso e masome a mabedi le bone ka moraga iri ya seswai le la thoma go kgwetša. That is correct.
Bese kuthi ke ngemizuzu 24 emuva ko8 ke ila enhlala khona ke ukuthi imoto ihambe.
It doesn't show the speed in which you were traveling at and the kilometers. Do you agree?
Ga e bontshe le gore lena le be le kgwetša ka speed se se jwang le di kilometers tša gona nge. That is correct.
Ayitshengisi ke isivinini engangihamba ngaso kanye nama kilometers engangihamba ngawo,
including the odometer. Do you agree?
including the
odometer.
le di odometer gore koloi yona e be se sepetse bokae.
ke a dumela.
That is correct, I confirm.
nokuthi ke i-odometer bithini nokuthi ke ukutshengisa ukuthi imoto ibiseyihambe kangakanani.
29 minutes past 8. It reflects excess idle.
Ka metsotso e masomepedi senyane ka moraga iri ya seswai e bontsha gore koloi e be e duma.
Do you agree?
Le a dumela?
Ke nnete.
Correct, I do agree.
Angibuza khona-ke iyangitshengisa ukuthi imoto ibiduma.
What is the meaning of excess idle?
Go ra goreng ge ba ngwetse excess idling?
Ke ra koloi ya duma e eme.
It means the vehicle it's stopped and it is still ignited.
Lana-ke uma kubhalwe u-excess idle isho ukuthi-ke imoto imile ayihambi kodwa-ke iyaduma.
All right. Before we proceed, this Toyota Fortuner, does it consume diesel or petrol?
Ka pela ga gore re tswele pele Toyota Fortuner yona e berekisa eng, petrol go ba diesel?
Diesel.
It uses diesel.
Le Toyota Fortuner esikhuluma ngayo-ke isebenza noma isebenzisa udiesel.
Do you know if it's got a turbo?
Le a tseba gore e na le
Turbo charger.
turbo?
Ya tebo yo ina le yona.
Yes, it does have turbo.
Yebo futhi inayo i-turbo.
Do you know the reason why I'm asking that question?
Le a tseba lebaka la gore go baneng a botšhotšho
If it has a turbo charge.
botšho ye ya gore koloi ela be e na le turbo.
It's a good place, Malak, but how will the witness know that? If it can just be put to the witness what the reason is.
My Lord, it's not an unfair question. For your benefit, let me just benefit you. A motor vehicle with a turbocharger, immediately when you stop, you don't switch off the engine. It must run, the oil must go down back to the sump.
Bona ba re koloi ye na le mthebo ge o ema yona ga o timi koloi yona e swanetse tswelle pele gore oile e ye fase.
Let's proceed.
No, I want an answer to this.
Sorry, sorry, madam.
You know you're the expert. He doesn't
No, madam,
respond.
I'm not an expert.
Well, you told us that.
I grew up driving trucks.
Karabo
Mr.
ya-
Ngomezulu, did you know that? See, maybe Mr. Mnisi may know. That's when you're driving a turbocharger and it just stops. You don't switch off the engine. The oil must go down.
Ke be ke sa itse
I did not know that, my lord.
Ukuthi-ke uma ushayela imoto ene-turbocharge ukuthi-ke uma umile-ke ayicimike iyona-ke ngoba kufanele u-oyila wehle bengingakwazi-ke lokho.
Yes. Let's proceed. May I proceed, madam?
Yes, yes.
8:34.
Page 34.
8:34.
Oh, sorry,
Time.
8:34.
Metsotso e masometharo ka moraga iri ya seswai.
Do you see that?
Yes, I am there.
Yes. The car is driving.
Koloi e a sepela moo.
Yebo usho-ke lapho namabhali ukuthi ngo-8:34 imoto iyahamba.
ke a bona.
Yes, I can see that.
Yabona lokho.
Yes. It reflects the kilometer and the order 00. Do you agree?
E bontsha di-kilometer le order e re 00.
Ke a dumela.
Yes, I confirm.
Nokuthi iyatshengisa-ke ukuthi ama-kilometers u-00.
And if I take you back to 8:24, where it says the car was driving and reflected kilometer 0 and order 0, that means the car was in motion. Do you agree?
Ba re ge re boela morago mola go metsotso e masomepedi nne ka moraga iri ya seswai e bontsha le gona di-kilometer le order e bontsha 00 go ra gore koloi e be e sepela le moo.
Be se pe.
Yes, it was driving.
Mothi ngibuyisela ngasemuva-ke la kubhalwe khona-ke ukilometer no-order ku-00 ku-8:24. Yebo ngiyavuma ukuthi bekusho lokho ukuthi imoto yayihamba.
But you can't explain why in it says excess idle at 8:29 immediately after you pulled off. You can't explain that.
As a court, please, my lord, I think it's important that as a court, please, I think it's important that the question be put in its proper context so that the witness can understand it. The car was idling for 2 seconds, my lord. I think it needs to be put to him that the car was in motion, was in motion for 2 seconds.
Now that, may I just clarify this aspect? 8:24, the car was driving, and it reflected 0 on kilometers and 0 on order. That means if the motor vehicle was driving, it should have registered that it was moving. 8:29, it reflects excess idling. May I just put it this way? What do you understand by excess idling? If the motor vehicle is driving.
Excess idling
Now I can navigate motedi. Start ki chwaka police station ya Pretoria North. Isipela ganyani pala stop sign ya ai kama le jamana ko ready afeta. Apile ke driver ganyani e ka se bonchi speed ka akso se pele speed se sinchi.
According to me, as I was driving the vehicle, my lord, when I leave the Pretoria police station, I drive a short distance and then there is a stop sign. That's where the motor vehicle stops and it idles as I wait for other cars to pass. And then I drive as well. The vehicle is still not showing the speed as I am not in an excessive speed. Therefore,
No.
that's why it doesn't.
I understand a bit of mechanics. When the car is in motion,
That's correct.
I mean the odometer says 1, 2,
Yes.
3, etc.
That's correct.
Now, if you're moving 2 seconds, like the learned colleague says, it may not have traversed the odometer from 1 to 2. So for the ordinary guy who's not initiated, the car has not moved. Like he's saying,
Yes, madam.
it has moved.
It has moved.
The calibration is
Yes.
the one that is not recorded.
That's correct.
That's how I understand it.
That's correct. That's how I also
okay.
understand it.
All right.
That's why.
Engachaza ke la ukuthi njengoba unguza ukuthi kungani ingabhalwanga ngoba ngiphume e-police station. Ngifike police station ibanga nje encane ngihambile kwase kuba ngistop ke yila ebhala khona ukuthi iya ID lakho ukuthi iyaduma ke imoto ngilindele ezinye imoto ukuthi zindlule ngiphinde futhi ngihambe uma sengihamba manje ngithi angihambi uma ngisuka nje ngisuka ngesivinini ingakho ke ungana lutho noma kusabhalwe yena ke leya 00 khona lapha.
Yes, to clarify that aspect that the court has assisted on. When you started driving, it was 8:24. And when it reflected 8:34, that was 10 minutes in the process of driving, in between.
Selo se seng se botlhokwa se leng gore kgoro e fetsa go se tlhaloša ke gore koloi ge e sepela le ge e ka sepela bonnyane bo bokae eupša e a tloga go noto e ye mohlomong go tee goba go nomoro ya bobedi goba ya boraro mo e leng gore e swanetše e bontšhe fela motho wa sa tsebeng yena a ka tla re koloi eoe ga e bontšhe ka lebaka la gore e sa sepele ka lebelo le lentši. I am listening, man.
Thank you.
Ngilaleleke uma usho kanjalo noma ukuthi umbuzo uthi beku 8:24 lapho na ke isho ukuthi kuyaduma ke idle manje umusohamba ke se iyofika ku 8:34 okusho ukuthi imizuzu ke leyo eyishumi ohambe ngayo.
On the same day, 8:57, do you see that the car is still driving in Pretoria? Do you agree?
Ka lona letšatši leuwe ge re ya fase go 8:57
Yes.
le a bona gore koloi e santse e kgwetša mo Pretoria. Yes, I can see that.
Ngiyabona ke ukuthi ngo 8:57 imoto isahamba ke khona ePretoria.
Then, at the same time, that's when there was a speed violation at Benskuman up to M1 freeway halfway gardens, Midrand.
Ka yona nako e ke mo e leng gore le ile la feta lebelo le swanetšeng la tsela mo e leng gore lebele le mo Benskuman freeway le ya go N1. That is correct.
Nokuthi ke ngo-857 ilapho nabe khona-ke ispeed khona eBenskuman.
You passed Sentin, you passed Johannesburg, you passed Selby Crown in M1.
Le fetile Sandton la feta Gaute Johannesburg la feta gape le Selby mo M1. That is correct.
Ukuthi ke sandlula eSelby, sandlula eSandton, Johannesburg ku-M1 iqiniso.
You passed Omonde, Johannesburg South, you passed Mondio, Deepkloof, Devland. Is that so?
La feta Omonde, la feta Deepkloof, la feta Devland. Udwalo? That is correct.
Sandlula ke kwezindawo oyibalayo ama-Devland, Omonde, eDeepkloof.
From page 26 to page 29, it actually deals with, I won't go that much far, it deals with the trip or the reflection of the movement to Carltonville.
Ba re go tloga go page 26 go isha go page 29 ba re ba ka se tsene botebong ba yona eupša e bontšha gore lena le togile kae la bela yo fitlha Carltonville. 29. That is correct.
Nokuthi ke kusuka kena upage 26 yofika ke kena upage 29 ukuthi ke umela ngeke angeneke lapho ukuthi leyo ukhuluma ke ngendlela ke yahanjwa yofika eCarltonville.
From M1, that's when you join N12, proceeding to El Dorado Estate.
Go tloga go M1 lena le la tsena go N12 le ya El Dorado Estate. Which page is that?
After page 29.
Barakamaraga page 29 page 30.
To see, all right, let's just go straight to 924, 934.
Barele ya
934.
Ya 934.
18, yes.
Bare ya ka 18.
Page 28, sorry.
Ego page
28.
28.
Yeah, more within 934, 21 seconds.
Is it 934 and 21 seconds?
Yes.
Bare ya kana mo we.
Yes,
Yes, I am there.
Lana ke ku 934 21 seconds.
You've already joined N12.
Kana go we be still nameje N12. That is correct.
Then kameneke lapho N12.
You passed Klipspruit Valley Road in Kleprefier Oog.
La feta Klipspruit Valley Road, mo Kleprefier Oog. Correct.
Sandlula ke Klipspruit Valley Road, Kleprefier Oog.
Still on N12, driving on main road in Industrial Park. You see that?
Le sa le gona mo N12 le na be le se le sepela mo main road mo Industrial Park le ya go bona mo. Yes, I can see that.
938
Nako e be le 9:38.
says ignition of N12 Industrial Protea Park. Do you see that?
Ka 9:38 mo we e re le na le la tima koloi le le mo N12 Protea Industrial Park. Yes, I can see that.
Yabona ke lapha lokho na ku 938 ukuthi ke imoto iseshiwe ku N12 main road eProtea Industrial Park.
Do you remember why? In other words, the car stopped. Do you remember the reason why the car stopped?
Le sa gopola gore jwalo ka ga koloi ile ya ema le baka ile
Vokola botse ke eme ke checka the diary ka rona le sa sol garage along the way before 10 of Krugersdorp ne ke checka the diary mo garage new.
I remember very well. I was checking my wheels as there is a Sasol garage before the Krugersdorp turn off.
Ngisakhumbula kahle ukuthi izathu sokuthi ngimeke noma ke imoto icishwe laphayana ukuthi ke ngangibheka ke amasondo ngoba ke kwakune saso garage okhona ke lapha ngaphambi nje kwe 10 of yase store.
So it took you 12 minutes, then you start up the motor vehicle and reflects with stationary.
le jere metsotso e lesome pedi ya be ile gore lena le dumisha koloi ye be le ya western yes, it could be correct.
Ngaye ngisho ukuthi labo bangithatha ke imizuzu eyishumi nambili ukuthi ke ngiphinde imoto ngiyidumise futhi bese siyaqhubeka ke siya e-western area.
In 11 minutes past 10, you were driving in Carltonville. Do you agree?
Ka 11 minutes past 10 le be le khwetsa le le Carltonville. Yes, as the AVL reflects.
Itshengisa kanjalo ke i-AVL ukuthi ke ngemizuzu e11 emva ko10 bese sihamba siya eCarltonville noma seCarltonville.
So 23 minutes past 10, it shows that the car was idling, excess idling.
Go fitlhella metsotso e masome pedi tharo ka moraga iri ya lesome e bontsha gore koloi e be e duma ku.
Stop sign in stop sign in
Correct, and the road has stop signs as we were driving.
Yes.
Kuyiqinisa ukuthi ngo-10:23 iyatshengisa ke ukuthi imoto ke yayiduma noma ke idle ke umgwaqo ke sasihamba kuwona noma stop sign.
At 10:25, the ignition was off and start up. Do you see that?
Ka 10:25 le a bona gore koloi ile ya tima ya boya ya dumishwa. That is correct, my lord.
Kuyiqinisa ke nokuthi ngo-10:25 imoto icishwe khona ke yasiphinda futhi idumiswa khona.
4 minutes after that, that is 10:29, the ignition was off again.
Metsotso e mene ka moraga mowe ka 10:29 koloi ile ya timwa. That is correct.
Nokuthi ke ngo-10:29 iphinde futhi ke imizuzu emine ke emuva kwalokho imoto yacishwa futhi.
Yes. In 15 minutes after the ignition was off, you start up and drive and you started to drive in Carltonville again.
Ka moraga metsotso e lesome tlhano koloi e be e timilwe lena le ile la idumisha gape la thoma la khwetsa le le mo Carltonville. That is correct.
Kuyiqinisa ke nokuthi emuva ke kwemizuzu eyishumi nanhlanu emuva kwalokho imoto yaduma futhi asehamba ke eCarltonville.
You cannot remember why it stopped for 15 minutes.
Ga le sa gopola gore go baneng koloi ile ya ema metsotso e lesome tlhano.
Ke suppose be ke bolela le brigadier ke inta ka direction of this come tlogela ka o shetse morago ka pleke le sides go.
If I am not mistaken, I was speaking to Brigadier Keninda regarding the directions so that I will not leave him behind as we did not know the place properly.
Uma ngikhumbula kahle ke ukuthi ke le mizuzu ke eyishumi nanhlanu ngamile ngangikhuluma naye ke uBrigadier Keninda ngimnikeza ke ama directions ukuthi ngingamshiyi kakhulu ke ngasemuva ngoba ke indawo leyana sasihamba kuyona kwakuyindawo esasingayazi.
Yes. Is it the same reason when the ignition was off at 11:22?
Ke lona lebaka lona le bue gape ge ne le timile koloi ka 11:22.
Ke nagana bjalo because a so bona be re se fitlile mo gating ya a tsa tsona fitlhela go mangwa gating ya mine ke nana re re timile ka lona le baka leo.
I think it could have been the same reason, as I do not recall what time did we arrive at the mine gate, and I believe we had switched it off due to that same reason, my lord.
Kungenzeka ukuthi kwakuyileso sizathu ke nokuthi ngo-11:22 iphinde futhi ke engineering noma ke imoto icishweke ngoba angisakhumbula ukuthi isikhathi esafika ngaso kumasango wabo noma ke ku-gate yakhona ke emayini kwakungenzeka ukuthi kwakungenxa yaleso sizathu.
At 11:54, you start up the motor vehicle and you proceeded to drive in Carltonville. Is that so?
Ka 11:54 le ile la dumisha koloi la tswela pele la khwetsa gona mola mo Carltonville. Ke nnete.
Nnete bontsha.
It is correct as it reflects.
Kuyiqiniswa ukuthi nango 11:54 edumisa khona ke imoto futhi driver ke uya eCarltonville nanjengoba itshengisa.
The same time reflecting at 12 o'clock, 12 midday, it reflects driving Carltonville.
Kana kwe uwe gape ya bontsha le gore ge le tshela kgomo mokokotlo ke mo e leng gore e be e sepela mo Carltonville. That is correct.
Nokuthi ke iyatshengisa ukuthi ngo 12 ke ndathi ke driver ke khona eCarltonville.
A minute past 1, the ignition went off again in Carltonville.
Motsotso ka moraga iri ya pele ke ge ile gore koloi ya timiwa gape gona Carltonville mo.
Nnete.
It is correct.
Nokuthi ke umzuzu owodwa ke emuva ke behora lokuqala lapho na ke imoto icishwa khona eCarltonville.
After 12, my lord, I beg your pardon.
O re motsotso ka moraga gore le tshetse kgomo mokokotlo e seng ka moraga iri ya pele.
Uthi kumele wenze iphutha ke ema ethi ke umzuzu emuva behora lokuqala kodwa ke baku umzuzu owodwa emuva ko12.
Then immediately after a minute past 12, 57 minutes thereafter, you start up the motor vehicle, still in town.
Ke mo e leng gore ka moraga iri ya lesomepedi metsotso e ka bang masometlhano šupa ke mo e leng gore le na le la dumisha koloi le mo toropo.
It reflects 12:58, sir.
E re ka 12:58.
Ye ke nnete.
It is correct.
Kuyiqiniswa ukuthi ke emuva nje ungathi nje sondele noma eduze nje behora ke ngo 12:58 ila ngimisa khona futhi ke imoto ngisese drop.
6 minutes past 1, ignition off again.
Metsotso e tshela ka moraga iri ya pele ke ge le tima koloi gape.
Ke nnete.
Yes, it is correct.
Nokuthi ke imizuzu ke eyisithupha ke emuva ke kweyoqala ke noma sishayileke eyoqala imoto yaqhutshwa futhi.
14:15, that is 2:15, you start up and proceeded to drive again. Is
Ka
that so?
14:15 le na la dumisha koloi gape la tswela pele la kgwetša.
Ke nnete.
That is correct.
Nokuthi ke ngo 14:15 ke ila imoto iduma khona ke yasiqhubeka maqala ukuhamba.
At 14:20, you switch off the engine again.
Ka moraga metsotso e masomepedi ka moraga iri ya bobedi la itima gape koloi.
Ke nnete.
That is correct.
Amashumi ke amabili emuva ke noma ke ishayileke lesibili ihora yaphinda ke yaqhishwa futhi imoto.
At 15:38, it reflects excess idling, driving still in Carltonville.
Ka 15:38 ya bontsha gore e a duma gape le sa le gona Carltonville.
Ke nnete.
That is correct.
Kuyiqiniswa ke ukuthi iyatshengisa ke ukuthi ngo 15:38 iyaduma ke noma ke iya-idla ke khona ke eCarltonville.
At 15, sorry, 15, what does it say? Yes, to start up. Yes. Then at 15:59, ignition off, Carltonville.
Ka 15:59 ya tima gape gona Carlton.
Ke nnete.
Correct.
Nokuthi ke ngomzuzu nje owodwa ke kumbaneke elesine ihora iyaqhishwa futhi eCarltonville.
At 17:16, to start up again, driving, going back to R501 road in Western area.
Ka 17:15 ke ge e le gore koloi ya duma gape ya sepela ya tseleng R501 mo Carlton. Ba say Carltonville or Western area.
Western area, sir.
Bare Western area. What time was it?
17:16, 16 minutes past 5.
Ka 17:16.
Ya ke Carltonville. Ke nnete.
It reflects Carltonville.
Iyatshengisa ke lana ke umele uthe eWestern area lana ke uthi na ke ufakazi itshengisa ke eCarltonville ukuthi ke ngo 17:16 ila iduma khona ke noma idumisha khona imoto okuya ke kumgwaqo oku R501.
At 1733, you joined N12. Is that so?
Ka 1733 ke ge le le go tsela ya N12. That is correct.
uyiqiniseka ukuthi ngo-1733 la sengihlangana khona-ke nayo umgwaqo o-N12.
I believe that was the time after you verified the whereabouts of accused number 2 about this on the date of the 26th of October 2014.
Ba re ba tshepa ile gore ke nako e leng gore lena le be le setse le botsisitse ka bua ka mmerekong ka gore molatofadiwa o ba le kae ka October. It is confirmed.
Uyiqiniseka ukuthi lokho kwenzeka kamuva-ke kokuthi sengiyokwenza-ke isiqinisekiso emsebenzini-ke sokuthi wayekuphi nendawo umsolo wesibili ngazo i-26 ka-October 2014.
At 1752, still driving on N12, El Dorado Park.
Ya re nako ge e le 1752 e bontsha gore lena le sa kgweetša tseleng le le Eldorado Park. Confirmed.
Iyabonisa-ke ngesikhathi esichaziweke ukuthi-ke nisendleleni-ke ese-Eldorado Park.
Then you passed Devland.
La feta Devland. That is correct.
Nokuthi-ke ngadlula eDevland kuyiqiniso.
At 1756, still driving on N12, you were
No.
driving towards Eraten.
Nako ge e re 1756 ke ge e le gore lena le bentse le kgweetša mo go N12 le reida le ya Araten. That is correct.
Nokuthi-ke ngayo imizuzu-ke imizuzu emine-ke bumbane-ke elesithupha ihora sekuyena-ke u-N12 siya noma ngiyake ngase-Eratin.
You then passed Ridgeway,
La feta Ridgeway.
Winchester Hills in Johannesburg South. Is
La
that so?
feta le Winchester Hills mo Johannesburg South. That is correct.
Nokuthi-ke sadlula Ridgeway eWinchester Hills, Johannesburg South.
At 3 minutes past 6, that is 1803, you were still on N12 in Glen Eagles, Ogden.
Ka metsotso ye meraro ka moraga iri ya botshela le be le santse le le mo N12 mo Glen Eagles mo Ogden. That is correct.
Nokuthi-ke imizuzu-ke ewu-3 emuva kwakhe-ke u-6 sekuyena u-N12 eGlen Eagles, Ogden kuyiqiniso.
Can you assist me please with the time after 1803 because I didn't get the correct minutes there.
Ba re ba kgopela le ba thushe ka nako ka moraga
1803.
1803.
About 1803, 31 seconds, why fast?
Are you referring from 1803 and
No,
31 seconds?
the next time after 1803.
Ba re ye ka fase ga mowe.
1805, 15 seconds.
It's 1805 and 15 seconds.
Esilandelayo-ke isikhathi imizuzu emihlanu-ke emva ko-6-ke
It's 15 seconds.
nama-seconds awu-15.
All right. At that time, the ignition went off at Glen Eagles.
Ka nako ewe e bontsha gore e ile ya timiwa le le mo Glen Eagles. That is correct.
Uyiqiniso ukuthi ikhombisa noma itshengisa-ke ukuthi-ke imoto iyacishwa-ke khona eGlen Eagles.
On 1824, you start up driving again.
Ka 1824 la thoma la kgweetša gape. It is correct.
Uyiqiniso-ke ukuthi ngo-1824 edumisa futhi-ke imoto.
Oh, at 1826, you passed Komaro. Is it Komaro Road? Ogden.
Ka 1826 la feta tselengela ya Komaro mo Ogden.
We drive a boundary lane.
At 1826 and 30 seconds, I was driving on Boundary Lane in Ogden, Johannesburg South.
1826 Johannesburg South.
All right. 1837, you start up the motor vehicle.
Ka 1837 la dumisha koloi gape. That is correct.
Yaduma futhi-ke ngo-1837 imoto.
1842, GPS unlocked. And I just want to clear up as to what is the meaning of GPS unlocked.
Ka 1842 ya ngwala gore GPS unlocked ba re ba nyaka go tseba gore e bolela gore eng ga e re GPS unlocked. I do not know the explanation of GPS unlocked.
GPS unlocked angikwazi ke lokho.
Neither can it assist you to inform you as to what was happening. What were you doing at 1842?
Gape ga e kgone le go le thuša gore lena le gopole goba le tsebe gore le be le dirang ka 1842. That is correct.
Nokuthi ke ayisizi-ke ukuthi itsheleke noma ingaziseke ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi leso 1842 ngangenza.
At 1845, you proceeded to drive in Johannesburg South, in N12, then you passed Basonia.
Ka 1845 e bontsha gore lena le ile la tswella pele le ntse le reila mo Johannesburg South le feta Basonia. That is correct.
Kuyiqiniso-ke iyatshengisa ukuthi ngayo 1845 sidlula khona-ke u-N12 Johannesburg South eBasonia.
1846, still on N12 freeway, Albertine.
Ka 1846 le sa le gona mmileng wa N12 bona besitshelele Albertine. That is correct.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi ngo-1846 sekena-ke u-N12 e-Albertine.
1847, still driving in South Crest in Albertine.
Ka 1847 le sa kgweetša gona mo
18
West South Crest mo
Sorry,
Albertine.
it's 1848.
Ba re ka 1848.
48.
It is correct.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi ngo-1848 sihamba khona-ke ke-na-ke u-N12 e-South Crest Albertine.
1849, you're driving near N3 freeway, Elands Haven, Germiston.
Ka 1849 le sa reila mo N3 freeway Elands Havens mo Germiston. That is correct.
Ukuthi ke ngo-1849 sihamba ke Elands Haven eJemison.
You were still driving from 1849 up to 1850.
Go tlogella ka 1849 go ya go 1850 le ntse le kgweetša gona tseleng eo. It is correct.
Nokuthi kuyiqiniso ukuthi ngayo 1849 kuyofika-ke 1850 sahamba ngawo umgwaqo lowo.
1851, you join Grey Avenue, Albemarle, Germiston.
Ka 1851 ke mo e leng gore lena le ile la namela tsela ye bitswang Grey Avenue, Albemarle, Germiston. As it reflects,
Nanjengoba-ke itshengisa-ke ukuthi ngayo 1851 sasihlangana-ke nomgwaqo ekuyi-Grey Avenue, Albemarle, Germiston.
Yes. Soon thereafter, I'll ask you to pay much attention on what I'm going to ask you on.
ba re ka moraga mowe ba kgopela gore le ele tlhoko dilo tše ba dilo le dišang tšona.
1852, Collins Street.
Ba re le lebelele ka 1852 le mo Collins Street.
You were driving near Collins Street.
Le be le reila mo gaufi le Collins Street. That is correct.
Kuyiqiniso-ke ukuthi ngayo u-1852 sihamba-ke duze kwaso isitrata esibizwa ngokuthi i-Collins.
All right. Before we get into that, let's put let's clarify this to the court. As you were driving N12, so as you off-ramped at Grey Avenue, you were driving on N3, as you stated.
Ba re nke re tlhakišetše kgoro ka pele ga gore lena le be go Grey Avenue le be le le go N3 ka mokgwa le tlhalošitšeng ka gona. That is correct.
Kuyiqiniso-ke ukuthi nanjengoba ngihamba ngayo-ke u-Grey Avenue ngangihamba ngikona-ke u-N3.
When you approach Grey Avenue, there is a yield sign on the left-hand side. It's a T junction. Left-hand side, it's a yield sign, and you can also turn on the right side. It's a T junction.
Bare re leya o yona Grey Avenue go na le letshwao le leng gore le a bontsha gore o ka tsena e fela ke T junction gape o kgona le go tsena ka letsogong la moja. Yes, I understand.
Ngakuzwa ke uthi ku-T junction ke mawufika lapho ke nokuthi ke kunele side ke ku-left nokuthi ke ngakwesokudla ke ila ungakwazi ukuthi ungajika ungangena khona kuloyo T junction leyo.
Still on Grey Avenue, which turn did you make?
Ge le gana mo bue mo Grey Avenue lena le la tsenela ka go kae?
The Grey Avenue is left, T junction are right.
From the Grey Avenue, it says left, and then at the T junction we turn right.
Khona lapho ke ku-Grey Avenue ke ku-T junction leyo ke ithi left ke thina ke sangena kwesokudla.
Thank you. If you turn right, still on Grey Avenue, there's an engine garage on the right side of your driving, correct?
Ge le thinya le tsena seatleng sa moja go na le engine garage gona ka mowe, and the witness confirms that.
Kuyiqiniso ke ukuthi ke uma ungena kwesokudla lapho ke kuno engine garage okhona kwisandla sakho sakwesokudla.
And according to the AVL records, it shows that you were driving near Collins Road or Collins Street, not driving in Collins Street, near Collins Street.
Go ya ka botlhatsi boki bo bontsha gore lena le be le kgweetsa gauswi e seng mo go yona Collins Street, le be le kgweetsa gauswi le yona Collins.
Nka se gane ka dumele ba re a ke tsebe gore ditrata tsela ke mabitso a tsona mara ne ke le mo strateng se.
I will not confirm, neither will I dispute it, because I do not know the names of the streets in that area, my lord.
Uma uthi ke ngokwalo mbiko ke we-AVL ithi ngangihambe eduze kwayo i-Collins Street nangahambi kuyona, angeke ngikuvume, angeke ngiphikiseke lokho ngoba lezi ay'datha zalaphayana angizazi.
And I'm not also guessing the streets. They reflect on that AVL.
Le bona ba re ga se gore ba no naganela gore mebila e bue be le efeng, shiwe e a tswelela go AVL. That is correct.
Consider ke ukuthi uma uthi ke awuyiqageli ley'datha lezi ibhaliwe ke khona la kulo mbiko noma ze-AVL.
As you are driving on Grey Avenue, you cannot turn to Collins Street because there's no, in order for you to join Collins Street, you must use the other street around.
Ba re ge ntse le kgweetsa mo Grey Avenue ga go kgonagale gore le ka thinya le tsene go Collins. Ge le nyaka go tsena go Collins e ka nyaka gore le berekise mmila o mongwe.
A ke tsebe nka fetola bjang ka re tsela ke ditsong Collins or mmila o mongwe kwa kae a ke tsebe.
I do not know how to respond to that question, as I do not know the names of the streets around that area.
Ukuthi ngizophendula kanjani ke leyo mbuzo uthi uma use-Grey angeke ungeneke nge-Collins kufanele uyosebenzisa esinye ke strat, ukuthi ngizophendula kanjani leyo mbuzo angazi ngoba angizazi iy'tradi leziya.
With the leave of the court, my lord, I'm familiar with the place. I will actually, when I'm asking questions relating to the knowledge of the place reflecting on the AVL, what I'll put to the witness, maybe he may contest it, but that will come from the knowledge I have of that particular area, if there's the court so permit me to.
Yes, Mr. Baloyi.
I think it would assist, my lord, if perhaps the streets could be beamed so that everyone can see them and not only.
Nah, but that's not a topographical image of the streets. Is that not so?
Yes.
Why don't you guys get a Google map?
That's it.
I mean, we live in such a. There's a Google map. Boom. It will show you all the streets.
Yes.
And then there's no argument about.
Kgoro e re hobaneng ba sa fumane mmepe ba tle ba kgone gore ba bontshe gore mmila o re bolelang ka ona sho gore kgoro e se ka tla ya fumana dikarabo tse e leng gore lentse le difa tša gore ga ke di tsebe ditsela tše.
And Mr. Mngomezulu, you know the law.
Yes, my lord.
Like, unless this court says it knows the area and it can take judicial notice, you can say that.
I can't say that.
That's it,
That's
yeah.
the reason why I had
Yeah.
asked for the leave.
Right. So what are we going to do? Are we going to get a Google map or
I'll request
what are we
that
going to
you
do?
Stand down the method, then you get the
Yeah.
government.
So we stand down. You let me know when you're ready. All stands down.